Side the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Hurts. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for their first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world. But just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. The open man here, Renfro. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's interesting how we label routes. Some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going this deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the 1st down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts, flush to his right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Williams, the man in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Ritter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Ritter on the 4th down try. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Ritter with it after the play fake. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 7-7, our score after 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Pollard is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Carter is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll set up a throw, and he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the Sticks. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Never make the mistake that these slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Elijah Moore.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Pollard again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
.45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Touchdown! DJ Moore as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Rolling to his left. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 21. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL?
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Hurts caught outright by Renfro. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Hunter Renfro, a 16-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. On 1st down, Ritter forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Carter. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 37. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Carter. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carter once more. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Ritter. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Paris Campbell, 31 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Trying to find Jameson Williams,
and it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Steps away. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Skirts by him at the 35.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
72 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So out now come the Lions. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On play action, here's Ritter. On the move to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Williams, the man in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ritter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Harris Campbell, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
in need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Back to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Ritter.
He's got a man, complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and they will take a 7-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. 43 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
And you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
He's back to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.